Alright, let's get this show on the road. Been a while since I've taken the P38 out. Looking forward to it. Alright, a little bit about the P38 when we get started and warmed up, I guess. This plane, it's quite maneuverable for a twin engine. It's very stable in the turns until you get to low speed. Not a little slow on the roll rate. She's not going to be winning any dogfights against a lot of the single-seaters, but she will be a tricky target. And sometimes she'll surprise people that don't treat her with respect in the turn. But generally speaking, not the best dogfighter. What she does do well, though, is she's quite fast, and she's quite good at keeping her energy up. Unlike the 109, where you can take it a lot more aggressively in the vertical, though, the P38 is a broader and easier to hit target. And she doesn't quite have the raw engine performance as the 109 does, so you generally want to go a little more horizontal when you're going for the energy traps. And maybe you can add in a little bit vertical right at the end. One of the things that the P38 relies on heavily, though, is starting with an energy advantage. 109 can make energy out of anywhere, generally speaking. It's pretty insane. P38, you have to have your energy in your back pocket ready to go. Probably be accurate to say that 109 can make energy and build an energy advantage. This plane can't really build it, but it's good at keeping it. Everyone's leaving. We'll give it a moment, see if anyone joins, and if they don't, we'll switch to another game. One thing this plane does really well for a twin is the visibility is fantastic. You got lovely visibility out there, out to the front, above, and behind. It's really something. Now the question is that P47 at the battle on the right or the battle on the left? It's just before the river, so there. see any bombs going off there. The other thing that P38, again relying on having energy to begin with, she's, I can't remember if it's a G model, but I'm starting from, I think it might be the G model. You get access to a supercharger, which means that you keep energy performance at altitude really nicely. See that battle. I didn't see anything explode. I have a feeling it's over at the middle battlefield. We got 3 more on. It's a good start. Now we can go after him.
We've captured a zone.
Question is, where is he? Been killing P11 and gas, so there should be less energy here. There's 4 there. I think he's over at the fire battle. Yeah, she's at this battle. Now you do have to watch out for control stiffening in this plane once you get up to a high speed. Oh, and that looks like the P-47 is actually checking us out here. Again, don't go too vertical on this plane. Now we had quite a bit of energy, so assuming it's the P-47, he's probably had to climb a fair bit to catch us. And there he is coming up. Now we're just going to go stay horizontal and just gently come around. Again, you can see you can't really be as aggressive. There we go. Can't quite be as aggressive as you would in a 109 with that vertical, but you can definitely get an energy advantage with this plane. Right, now let's go get that Yak 4. It's also a good example of just where checking your 6 is important. I wouldn't have seen that guy if I'd been focusing too much on this Yak. Oh, there's actually multiple attackers here. Must be the attackers here as well. That's another 110. Right. We'll just go with 50s. Save our 20 moves for the players. KR-100 about as well. I think he's at the other battle that we haven't seen. Haven't seen him at all. Best hits there. Oh, we have got someone coming in on us here actually. And oh. In this situation we're gonna use our speed. We're not going to go into the vertical because that's not how this plane makes energy. We're just going to use a little bit of climb with the horizontal and just throw a tiny bit of rudder in there to throw his aim off. And see how we're very slowly staying 480 here, which is a very nice speed. Now we need to get vision on them again before we do anything else. to make sure that there's no one else coming on us. Where is he? And if you heard that, I apologize, that was my Discord. Remember, just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they're not there. So if you've lost sight on them, treat them like they are there, and you won't get yourself in a horrible situation. I always have a lot of trouble seeing targets against the snow backdrop now, which is annoying. Yeah. Treat them like they're there. We'll do like an energy trap situation. If we don't see them, no. Ah, they've gone back to attacking the battle. Alright. No worries, we know he's not on our six now. We do have someone who appears to be going for our surveillance at C3, so we will stamp that out before we go to the KI100. He's also higher, and we really don't want to let anyone higher than us if we can help it. Again, this plane relies on its energy, having energy to begin with. They're almost stalling out trying to climb, so this should be a nice one unless they're paying attention. Again, so many examples. Don't get tunnel vision to check your six. Keep your situational awareness up. Otherwise, you'll let a cheeky P38 come in and do that. There's an AL too. Fancy that. Old Demon's still at the battle. Again, it's horrible trying to spot anything at this altitude. With the snowy backdrop. Didn't see a bomb go off. What did he destroy? Destroyed a T-50. I think he's at the Delta 5 Battle of Fate, I guess. I'll head there. Objectives come first. Now we've only got 2 again. Well, we might look and see if we can find a better game. In that case.
Attention to the designated grid square.
And the surveillance is making its run back. Need to keep a close eye on that and make sure nothing comes up and intercepts it just before it gets back. It happens quite often. One thing that I do like to do on these cold maps, especially when I have trouble seeing things against the ground, is if you get nice and high to the point of contrails, where suddenly you're not just searching for a dot, you're searching for anything also contrailing that might be coming for you. It helps as a visual aid to find the enemy. It's It's a two-way street though, of course. It also helps the enemy find you.
We have captured a zone.
Yeah, I think we found a cheetah. No, pitching down, that's not good. We do want to snap our wings. Yeah, you guys gotta be cheating. 21,000 points. I've never seen that before though. Yeah, before anyone considers says 10,000 is normally a month. Yeah, look at that, 43,000 score. Yeah, definitely pretty. Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. Isn't Delta 4? Sure. Let's see if that guy actually gets banned. Now, where are these bombers? Oh, I see something. I'm not sure that's a bomber. Could be an enemy there. Be a nice little engagement. Yeah, there's the bombers. So what are you? In this part of the fight, it's really important to be patient. Keep your energy advantage. And don't get baited down too early. Once they've settled on a direction or a course of action, you can dive and push them into another turn, or push them down again. And they're going to slowly lose more energy, and you're going to push them towards the deck. But if you keep your energy up, then there's no way they can reach you. So see, you keep pushing them into a turn, keep your energy up. You've got all the space in the world. They've only got close to the ground there. See how they're burning all their energy in that turn? You just need to make sure you keep the pressure on, because as soon as you don't, they start to get their energy in the form of speed again.
Attack the D point!
You really want them to feel it. You can spray a little bit of 50s. And if they just don't move, then it makes it all the more easy. Basically, though, at that stage, he has to turn to avoid me, and then he starts bleeding more energy. And I just keep that up until he has nothing. You just got to be careful to make sure you keep it. Now that's one of the strengths of this plane, but it's also very easy to throw it away, and that's when you die. Ah yes, 345,000 score. That guy is definitely legit. I was expecting a bit more of a fight from Blood Demon, though. He's usually a pretty dangerous opponent.
Attack the D point!
Let's get some more of these bombers out. That works. 3 for the price of 1. Buy 1, get 2 free. Finish them off, and then we'll go to A. Actually, we'll let them have that one. We'll go to back to base. We're only on 6 minutes of fuel. You never know what'll happen, and we don't want to get trapped in a fight with 6 minutes of fuel left. Hmm, 690,000 points.
Somebody cover me!
Now the later model gets no braking, unfortunately the earlier models don't. But we can still use engine braking with manual control of propeller pitch. It's not quite as effective as the 109, but it still does a good job. Got another person that's joined. Yeah, and those are our bombers that are getting shot at. So we've got an enemy at our bombers, and we've got an enemy surveillance. We're about to cap A, so we don't have to go for that anymore. So we'll just focus on getting altitude. Some very interesting maneuvers going on near the bombers there. One of them's been hit. I think that's the Spitfire that might have been hit there. It's a handy hint. If you're seeing a fight going on in front of you, oh, nice.
Awesome!
You can always just switch to battle and I'll show you all the things that have been happening. So if you like see a plane get damaged in front of you and you're like, who just got damaged, you can look in battle chat and see who severely damaged too.
Follow me.
Alright, we'll get the surveillance. And then we'll go cover the bombers some more. Now bombers and surveillance planes are a great way to practice your aim, especially from distance. Nice and tasty. There he goes. Again, this plane with its playstyle, you can keep it up in the air for a long time. She's got a nice ammo pool. The style of flying suits for fighting for a long time. You want to bring a bit of fuel, and you want to use your 50 cals separately where it's appropriate, because you have plenty of 50s, and they're a great weapon with great ballistics, but you want to save those 20 mils when you really need to hit someone hard, or when you're in that crucial dogfight. If you fly that with that in mind, though, you can keep the P38 up in the air and in action for a very long period of time. What is that? What have we got on our team? Nothing with fuel engines like that. So it's either the bomber's actually heading back. It is. That's a rare sight to see. Normally they just fly around and round in circles. That's a Spitfire. Yeah, you can definitely throw this plane around a bit when you get into a dogfight, but it's generally ill-advised, because if you come across someone who's a match or better, they are just going to beat you. He's a little too stable in some regards in the pitch axis. that might be the Lord Demon down there. We'll go and have a look. Do a quick cursory check around. Keep our situational awareness up. We've got a one aware of us. Now he is much lower on energy than us, so we can take it into the vertical here. You don't always want to, but if someone gives you an opportunity like that, you can quite happily take it. This IL-2, not sure if he's not paying attention, but we'll just hit him for some severe damage. Try and duck under this guy's... Oh, damn it. That was some good aim there. Now we just need to see if we can make it home. What was it? KA-61. KA-61s are very dangerous. Not because you fly into his guns like I did, but more so because they're able to pull a lot of energy out of nowhere. We're just going to turn tail and run. We're not going to win any fights in this state. And we just want to make ourselves an unappealing target to get, because we're leaving. Now, at this stage, you might be tempted to go into WEP to try and make it back to the airfield. But if you've got damaged engines or oil leaks, going into WEP, which I accidentally did that just there, going into WEP will kill your engines much, much faster than just staying at 100% or below.
Move after me.
You'll end up having a faster than average speed if you stay on under WEP. And flying back with damage.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Now that is another good example there of what happens when you can get a little complacent. It could have been a lot worse. I could have easily have gotten destroyed in that engagement, that pass. If the first several fights that you have are nice and easy or fairly straightforwards, it's easy to get complacent or not to expect much from your enemies. So if you come against someone who's fresh into the battle or someone who's decided to step up their game, it can take you by surprise, which is why ideally you always want to treat the enemy with the respect of a very good player. And I say ideally because sometimes you'll be fine not to, especially if you figured out that they're not a player to be respected. But that IL-2 went down. We must have killed his engine or done something to his engine. But if you play like they're always an ace, you can't go wrong. But sometimes you get lucky and you get a wake-up call without getting sent crashing to the ground, which we did. Hey Seeker, hey thanks, how you going? Especially 109F4s, 109s are ace aircraft in the German tree, where you have to be an ace to make those things work. I mean, you know, not quite as lovely to fly as a 190. But I suppose every now and then they'll get the job done. Yeah. Well, lesson learned. Let's get this show on the road and not make the same mistake again, hopefully.
On me.
The 190, or what we like to call the babysitter aircraft. Yeah, you know why we call that, don't you, thanks? It's because we have to babysit all the 109s that are having trouble fighting anything. Yeah. Nothing like a good bit of banter. Gotta be wary of these 109 pilots, folks. They're always a bit cheeky. Ideas above their station and all that. I am just not going to reply to that. I'll leave that there, thanks. Yeah. How have you been anyway, thanks?
Attention to the map.
Been feeling a flight? Oh yeah? I'm only doing a short one tonight, other than I'm gonna be retiring pretty soon actually. But I'll should be available on the weekday evenings or next weekend if you're free then. But I'm not going to be long in the game after I've done this. But I'd love to fly with you again. Be good. Alright, got a nice bit of energy here. We've got what looks like a yak. is indeed gonna be on the enemy team. Gonna keep our energy up here and a low leg turn. Pull in a bit. And go with the stuffed rounds on the 20mm.
Follow me.
I'm pretty sure this is a Spitfire here. Yep. Good. The Phoenix shall make the return. Good.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Ooh, what's that? Tell the spit. Wee. Hurricane is a lovely plane to fly. I should do one on the Hurricane at some point. You have a nosy tomorrow evening for a flight? Yeah, alright. You're on. There's a gorgeous plane right there.
We've captured a zone.
Give him a little wing wobble. And the cap is ours. K-100 just attacked the Ajax. He was probably on his way to the grand battle if I had to guess. So we'll go and have a look for him over here. Don't see any burning wreckages. Maybe that's him over there? In which case, if it is, we need to get our altitude and speed back. So we'll just put him in our side window here and we'll go for some altitude. It's a Spitfire coming in.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Can we give a shout out to radial engines? Yeah? Wait, is radial engines a username? Another Twitch streamer? Or is you just talking about how good radial engines are? Because they are wonderful. I mean, the Focke-Wulf has one. BMW, yeah. Yeah, they are very nice. Yeah, I feel like this guy is a player, and I have a feeling he's hanging around near the airfield, waiting to snipe someone taking off, which isn't very nice of him. No, the airfield isn't flashing actually. Must be someone landing. Yeah. I tell you what, Focke-Wulf and 109 aside, the American radials are actually wonderful for taking a licking and keeping on ticking. They'll take quite a bit of damage, and it'll take quite a while for an oil leak to get to the engine. You look at a 109 or a Spitfire and the inline on those. If they take an oil leak or they take a bit of engine damage, they'll be dying very quickly compared to the American radials. The Focke-Wulf is decent as well, but it's not quite as durable as the American radios are. Yep, we've got a Challenger. As I said, if you're having trouble spotting things low and you're on a cold map, you go high, you force anyone who wants to fight you to also get their contrails going. Looks like they actually just collided or something. Nope, you just took damage. Alright, we're gonna respect the yak here. Gonna present the smallest profile by turning like this, and then we're gonna make ourselves a hard shot by also applying a bit of pitch. Sometimes how much profile you show is just as important as making it hard for them to get guns on with your maneuvering. And now we're just gonna pressure him down. Just because he's smoking doesn't mean he's not a threat. And if we can bait him up, that's even better. But be patient. Also helps if you aim a little bit as well. Now he's, again, if you start to see a pattern, use it. He's rolling about, but it's almost like he's got very little elevator control. Something's definitely wrong with his plane. So we're just going to slow down and take our time, because we know he's not going to be able to maneuver. And use those patterns to figure out what's going on and give yourself the best edge. And then always after a fight, make sure you're not getting crept up on by a third party. It'll be the biggest killer when you're getting wrapped in a dogfight, is that third party coming in when you're not prepared. Yeah, thanks. You're too kind. I offer my thanks to thanks. Alright, this isn't the surveillance plane over here. So I'll have a quick check out and see what it is. Do we see any planes going down? No. It's another situational awareness thing. If you see someone get killed in the kill feed, have a quick look around. Sometimes there'll be a fight close to you that you never knew was happening, and you'll see the plane going down and a blare of smoke or exploding on the ground, and suddenly you've got your next target, or you know not to become the next target. This guy's a bomber. I think he's going for Alpha 5. Again, it's looking for patterns in play. Like if you're checking map, what's at the map, what's at the location they seem to be heading, you can get an idea of what plane they might be flying, or what their intent is. In which case, I'm going to set up now, instead of as if he's a fighter, I'm going to set up as if he's a bomber. I want to do nice horizontal slashing attacks. If I can. Probably a Heinkel 111 here. Definitely don't want to tail sit him. Even if it's just a slight horizontal, any horizontal will help. As soon as it's not an easy straight line, you're already making it a lot harder for a bomber. Obviously, ideally you want to be coming in from a much more oblique angle, but sometimes if it's not a particularly threatening bomber, you can get away with a bit more, especially if they're not aware of you. Now we know that he's aware of us though. We're gonna make sure we get the angles a little better and make his life a little harder. Now, apart from just coming in at a difficult angle, we also want to keep a bit of rudder and a bit of turn. That constant acceleration into a different direction and difficult angle will make it very hard for them to get guns on you. And you just keep on doing that and chipping away at them until they go down. When you're in something fast like a fighter, and they're in something nice and slow, you've got all the time to make sure you don't muck it up. You just gotta not rush to try and muck it all up. and you'll be fine. And we're getting a horrible little glitch at the moment. It's not just you, it's me as well. Occasionally I will get random 1 FPS frames, which are not very pleasant. I have to look it up and see if there's a way to fix this. It should recover in a moment though. We'll just sit and watch this slideshow while we wait. Well, there you go. And now it's back to normal. Yeah, that is the P38 Lightning. I feel like we didn't quite do it enough justice because it was a fairly quiet game. She can be quite a menace in a furball, just plucking off the enemies from the top down. But we might have to come and revisit this plane at some stage. Remember, keep your situational awareness up, keep your energy up, and you'll be alright. Anyway, just a short one tonight, but thanks for anyone for coming along. It was good to see you, thanks, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. We'll see who's around to go and raid. We'll go and say hi to the one near. See what he's up to. Thanks all for coming along though. And have a good one.